Howdy friends, welcome back to Plumbing with Tim.
Today's video, we're at a customer's house. Won't be able to do a lot of talking and stuff. There are people here. I'm going to demonstrate to you how to replace a pipe thread end angle stop to a toilet. Let's go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to head out to the street and turn off the water meter. Here's a list of a few things you're going to need. Probably a couple buckets, whatever. Good to bring a bigger bucket with you and stuff. With plenty of rags. Them all set to go because we're going to have to take a valve off the wall. Sort of a small pipe wrench. Open-ended crescent wrench. Small crescent wrench. Small channel locks. Medium-sized channel locks. Some thread tape. As well as good old Rector Seal pipe dope. Our stuff, let's go ahead and head inside and I'll show you what we're doing. Go ahead and we're going to open up a faucet and let the air pressure, water pressure down, and then we'll go over to the bathroom. There's our toilet. We got a noisy fan going on. All right, here's what we're working on today. We've already got a rag. This is a pipe end thread angle stop. See, I got a piece of galvanized stainless nipple coming out of the wall, and this valve is broken and it threads in there. The reason why we're doing this video is because I know a lot of people see these kind of valves and they freak out and say, no, I'm not going to touch it, and I'll explain to you the reason why. First thing I'm going to do is get a bucket, get it down underneath here, and we're going to take this supply line off here and get the supply line completely going off here, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to go about getting that old valve off there. All right, I didn't even try to turn this angle stop off, so there might be pressure still on this line. You know, we had to take this out. I got a little bucket sitting right here. There we go. Yep. Try to reduce as much of the water as we possibly can. We're gonna go ahead and take that other end of that supply line off there, then we'll get to the valve. All right, let's get to the other end of this supply line off of here. There's probably going to still be water that comes out of here, so just be mindful. That's why we have rags. This is a 3-story building. We're on the main floor right now, so there is still some plumbing that's above us on the top floor. So I'm anticipating that. Let's go ahead and just get this thing out of here. Here comes the water. There's not a lot of it. That's why we're going to have rags down here. So here's what we're looking at right now. Somebody put a wrench on there trying to turn that thing off, obviously. But this is not a compression valve. It's not a sweat valve. It's nothing more than a pipe end thread valve. Our biggest concern is when we get ready to take this off of here, we're going to have to support this because we're going to try to keep this thing from turning and breaking off inside the wall. So we've got to support this as good as we can while backing this off. We want all our stuff ready to go so we can put the new one on as quickly as possible. Like I said, I apologize about the extra noise. There's an exhaust fan that's attached directly to the light, so I can't turn it off. So just bear with me. I'll show you your next step. Wire brush I want to make sure to hold on to, because once we back that valve off, we want to clean those threads up really, really good. We want to make sure we got our pipe thread tape as well as our pipe dope ready to go. Let me show you the 2 different sizes we brought of the valves. Usually in a residential house, when you get these kind of valves, these pipe thread end valves and stuff, you have 3/8 size, and then you have 1/2 inch size. Okay, 1/2 inch by 3/8. 3/8 is going to be where the supply line hooks in right there. We're talking about the size of what the thread end is. Now, by the looks of it, it looks like we're dealing with a 3/8 piece of stainless or galvanized pipe come out of the wall. So we're going to have this one ready to go. We're going to be doing our prepping and stuff on that piece of pipe that's coming out of the wall. That's what we're going to tackle next. You can see I still got water pouring out of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to back that handle off there and just get it out of the way. It'll help that water get out a little quicker. And it's not moving, so here comes the pipe wrench. I want to put this pipe wrench on this pipe come out of the wall because we don't want it to move. And I'm going to get my big crescent wrench and take and back this thing off. I'll do the best I can to show you this. Pay attention. pipe wrench right on there, just like that, so it don't move. Here comes crescent wrench. I'm struggling. Bear with me here. There we go. Ready? Let's do this. She's on there. Have some patience. It's easier to break these old valves than it is to fix them. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. There she comes. Bear with me. We're getting there. A little at a time. We're going to have some water come out. And we got to prep them threads real good. This is why plumbers are usually called to come do this job, because it's risky. There we go. There she is. Water's already out. Wire brush. Clean them threads real good. Get all that gunk and stuff off there. There we go. Looks good to hear. All right. Thread tape always goes clockwise, so we can get that on there. Can you see it? All right, nice and easy. There we go. Get that on there. All right. Pipe dope. Here we go. Nice and generously. All right, we're all set and ready to go. Remember, we've got new rags. We already soaked out the other ones. Here's that new valve. It's 3/8. Let's see if it's going to fit. Nice and easy, no cross threading. Easy as she goes. Smooth as butter. Tighten it as tight as you can get it by hand. This is a 1/4 turn valve. See, we still got the pipe wrench on there. I've got the open end wrench. Let's go ahead and snug this thing down. Nice and easy. Easy as Sunday morning. We're going to make it one more full turn around there. Start to get snug a little bit. Nice and easy. This is where you got to make your money. Almost there. One more time around. There she is. Now that was a little bit of tough threading right there. I'm going to take a little towel, for its purposes, clean up that excess pipe dope and all that good stuff. Push that back to the wall. And there you have it. About ready to go out and turn the water back on the house. Now I have to service a couple little parts inside the toilet first, and then we'll get the water back on. We'll test it and make sure we've got no leaks. All right, everything's set with this toilet. Got our new supply line on here, all that good stuff. Fix a part that was inside the toilet. Yeah. Time to go turn the water on and see if we got any leaks. Now we got the water turned on. Let's take a look and make sure the valve's not leaking, fill the toilet up, and wrap this show up. Anything leaking down here? Go ahead and turn it on, 1/4 turn. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching how to replace a pipe, thread, and angle stop, in this case to a toilet. Listen, there's a reason why us plumbers come out and do these jobs. I mean, you got a chance to see that. I have to have that wrench on just the right way. We don't want to end up backing that stainless or that galvanized nipple out of the back of that wall and flooding thing out behind the wall, or threads breaking out back behind there and having to cut the wall out, pull the toilet, all that big mess and stuff like that. Not to mention, this was a 3/8 in this case, and it was just a regular turn valve. It's probably been in there since the house was built and everything. The one we put in was a quarter turn. Now, if you're going out to do a job like this and you're not really sure the size of what that galvanized nipple is coming out of the wall, either get a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch. Get one of each. Because one of the two, usually, generally speaking, in any residential home that has these, that's the size that you're going to come across when you're working on this job. Got any comments, questions, leave them down below. Until next time, don't forget to keep plumbing.